Hello and welcome to Cooksville United Church, located in the heart of Mississauga in the community of Cooksville. In September 2014, the church celebrates 170 years of being in this community. We were one of the original Methodist ministries established in the area, and then following amalgamation in 1925 and the establishment of the United Church, we became Cooksville United Church. Some history. In 1811, Methodism was strongly entrenched in this area, having been brought here by Barbara Heck, who was strongly influenced by the preaching of John Wesley. The province was divided into 7 Methodist Episcopal circuits, which include Harrisville, Cooksville. Services were conducted by circuit ministers who rode their horses from one community to another, preaching from wherever a home was open to them. These saddlebag preachers usually covered their territory once per month. They were known to preach 5 sermons on a Sunday and travel up to 25 miles or 41 kilometers in a day in winter and summer. They were certainly a dedicated and hardy bunch of Christians. Services were originally held at the Union Church on Dixie, but in 1821, a little log cabin on Dundas Street was rented to accommodate 40 Methodists of the community of Cooksville. It became both a spiritual center and a meeting place for the community. In 1844, a plaster and lath church was built on Agnes Street, costing approximately $475. In 1844, the church officially became a circuit. The church officially opened in 1845, and in the same year started a Sunday school, the first one in the area. Families of other denominations sent their children to this Sunday school until they were able to be confirmed into their own congregations. The church continued to be visited by circuit riding ministers for the next 34 years. The Methodist Church in Cooksville continued to grow, and a new church was constructed and opened on December 25, 1887, with Reverend William T. Hicks as pastor. The Ladies' Aid Society was very active and did a tremendous amount of work for the church and held many fundraising events, which helped keep the church running smoothly. The church had many marvelous events, such as concerts and choral entertainment. A garden party was held in 1892 to raise funds for a new organ for the church. It was a tremendous success with $80 raised. Women have played a pivotal role in the growth and work for the church. In 1962, the Women's Missionary Society and Women's Auxiliary amalgamated to form the United Church Women's Organization. The organization continues to this day at Cooksville United as an active and vibrant part of church life. In May 1923, the church was badly damaged from a severe storm. The damage was sufficient to cause the congregation to move the service to the town hall until repairs could be completed. The congregation held its 100th anniversary celebrations on 2 Sundays in October 1944 with a century supper on October 24th. Reverend A.E. Owen was the pastor. At this auspicious event, sufficient funds were raised to pay off the mortgage on the parsonage. With the growth of the congregation, it was decided to build a new church, and property was purchased in the present location on Mimosa Row in June 1954. A mammoth fundraising campaign was launched in October 1955 to raise $150,000 to construct a larger church. On November 10, 1957, the congregation moved from the old Methodist church built in 1886 to their brand new facility on Mimosa Row, designed by architect E.C. Cox. Not to forget the old church, a cornerstone from the old building was incorporated into the new chancel. The first service was actually held in October 1959 in the Christian Education Building. The church as you see it today was finally completed in 1961 and dedicated on May 28th of that year. The old brick church on Dundas continued to be used with the basement functioning as the Cooksville Public Library. Many members of the Methodist Church were very active in getting the Cooksville Public Library started. On January 17, 2003, we acquired the Cooksville Scout Hall from Boy Scouts Canada, who no longer wanted to operate the building. This property is adjacent to the church property. The Cooksville Scouts, Cubs, and Beavers continue to be an important part of our church and operate from this building along with a not-for-profit daycare facility, Tiny Treasures. The church continues to grow and is also home to a number of other churches as well as a range of community organizations. A Montessori school has been operating from Cooksville for many years. In addition to our worship service, the congregation is active in our community, serving dinners at the open door, gathering food for the food bank, and assisting to serve lunch to those in need at the Salvation Army. Along with our Montessori school, we have supported the Operation Christmas Child's Shoebox campaign, which sends boxes packed with basic childhood needs and gifts to communities around the world. More recently, we have raised funds and collected items for the DAM, a youth outreach program. Within the church ministry, we also continue to have an active youth group, Men's Fellowship, United Churchwomen, Quilting Group, Victoria Club, as well as a growing Sunday school. Our property is an oasis of green and peace in a busy urban community, and many people take advantage of our park, like setting to stop, rest, and reflect. If you are in the area, please don't hesitate to drop by and see our beautiful location. We also invite you to join in on one of our Sunday services. We are blessed to have a wonderful choral ministry led by our music director.